This is the story of the Hello Kitty murder, a case that shocked the world with its brutality and left a permanent scar on Hong Kong's collective memory. Brace yourselves as we uncover the disturbing details of this tragic event. Fan Man Yi, born in 1976, Fan lived a life marred by hardship. As a nightclub hostess and occasional prostitute, she struggled with poverty, drug addiction, and the daily grind of the sex industry. Despite her efforts to support herself and her young son, she found herself trapped in a nightmare that would end in tragedy. The perpetrators of this gruesome crime were Chan Man Lok, a 34-year-old triad member who masterminded the ordeal, Leung Xing Cho, a 27-year-old accomplice, Leung Wai-lun, a 21-year-old accomplice, and Ah Fong, a 13-year-old girl who was Chan's girlfriend and became an unwilling participant. Their actions would shock the world and change the lives of many forever. In March 1999, Fan Man Yi was abducted by Chan Man Lok, Leung Xing Cho, and Leung Wai-lun. This abduction was a retaliation for stealing Chan Man Lok's wallet, which contained H4 dollars, about $500 USD. What followed was a month-long nightmare. Fan was held captive in a flat at number 31 Granville Road, Tsim Sha Tsui. Over the next month, she faced unimaginable torment. The abuse was both physical and psychological. She was beaten with metal bars, burned with hot wax, and forced to consume urine and feces. She was deprived of food and water, subjected to repeated sexual assaults, and forced to perform degrading acts. Her suffering continued until April 1999, when she succumbed to her injuries. The exact date of her death remains unclear, but the prolonged abuse took its toll. The perpetrators then proceeded with the macabre task of disposing of her body. After her death, Fan's body was dismembered. To prevent the smell of decomposition, her body parts were boiled, her internal organs were discarded in the trash, and her skull was placed inside a large Hello Kitty mermaid doll, a horrifying twist that would become central to the case's identity. The discovery of Fan's skull inside the Hello Kitty doll was both grotesque and pivotal. The case gained international attention, not only because of the crime itself, but also due to the macabre nature of the evidence. In May 1999, Ah Fong, who had been haunted by nightmares and visions of Fan's ghost, confessed to the police. Her confession was a crucial turning point. She led the authorities to the apartment where they found Fan's skull inside the Hello Kitty doll, along with other dismembered body parts. Investigators uncovered forensic evidence that included the skull inside the Hello Kitty doll, a pot used to boil body parts, and various instruments of torture. These findings confirmed the brutal nature of the crime and solidified the case's infamy. Charges against Chan Man Lok, Leung Xing Cho, and Leung Wai-lun included manslaughter, false imprisonment, and preventing the lawful burial of a body. Despite the overwhelming evidence of their brutality, proving premeditated intent to kill was challenging, leading to charges of manslaughter rather than murder. The trial began in December 1999 and lasted 6 weeks. Ah Fong's testimony provided a harrowing account of the torture and murder. In December 2000, Chan Man Lok, Leung Xing Cho, and Leung Wai-lun were convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 20 years. The public reaction was one of outrage and horror. The case highlighted issues of organized crime, the exploitation of vulnerable individuals, and the need for better protection for women in the sex industry. It was a wake-up call for societal reforms and better social services. The Hello Kitty murder case has been the subject of numerous media reports, documentaries, and films. It has cemented its place in criminal history and continues to be a topic of intense interest and discussion. Chan Man Lok exhibited extreme sadism and a disturbing lack of empathy, likely desensitized to violence due to his involvement in organized crime. Leung Xing Cho and Leung Wai-lun participated due to fear, loyalty, or a desire to gain favor with Chan. Ah Fong, on the other hand, was a young girl manipulated and coerced into participating, resulting in significant psychological trauma. Fan Man Yi's vulnerability, marked by poverty, addiction, and a troubled lifestyle, made her an easy target. Her story underscores the risks faced by women in similar circumstances and highlights the urgent need for societal support and protection. The case sparked discussions about the dark underbelly of Hong Kong society and the importance of protecting vulnerable populations. It emphasized the need for better social services and protections for those struggling with addiction and poverty. The Hello Kitty murder case remains a chilling reminder of human cruelty and the dangers faced by marginalized individuals. It serves as a stark warning of the necessity for societal interventions to prevent such atrocities. The case has left an indelible mark on Hong Kong's collective memory and underscores the need for vigilance against violence and exploitation. Thank you for joining us as we explored this harrowing case. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the most shocking criminal stories.